Hello and welcome to In Business Talks 2, a podcast about people who work together as a couple. Learn the secrets of business partnership, the benefits and pitfalls of working together, be it husband and wife, father and son, mother and daughter, friends, relatives or any other combinations of business partnerships. We are your hosts Tracy and Ian Earle, founders of In Business, a networking and business support community, and together
we are In Business. Today we're talking to Fay and Simon of Let's Market. They are life and business partners, and since launching Let's Market in August 2020, they have been working closely with brands, independents and SMEs across the UK, helping them to boost sales, brand awareness and their customer base. As well as speaking with other couples, we'll let you know of any useful business apps or websites out there that our members have come across and shared with us at our regular online weekly meetings. And don't forget to check out our bonus episode, The Friday Fix. Now, without further ado, let's crack on with In Business Talks 2. So welcome to our In Business Talks 2 podcast today. We'd love to welcome Fay and Simon, who are from Let's Marketing. Welcome, guys. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you? You okay?
Yes, we're fine. I think we're better than you two anyway. After your
tired.
exhausting weekend.
Very much so. Very much so.
Welcome, guys. Good to have you both here with us today. Just before we start, obviously, we'd like to find out a bit more about what you do. Tell us what you do.
So we are Let's Market. We are a business consultancy. We work with predominantly SMEs and new businesses, kind of helping whatever they want. So whether it be the sales, whether it be putting together, looking for funding and investment, marketing strategies, connecting with other businesses. So I look after the sales and the events, kind of the front end of the business, the glamour end of the business, and then we got my my lovely assistant Fay.
Yeah, so I do a lot of the operations side, I guess, and logistics. So we help with lots of different businesses doing lots of different things. Quite a lot of the time, I'm sort of doing the applications for things, risk assessments, health and safety. Yeah, just a bit of everything, really.
I mean, over the last 6 months, we've obviously, where you guys were there last week, we launched a fashion brand. We've worked on businesses helping them to get their bottom line up and put together festivals. So there is, and the weekend just gone, we are putting pop-ups for clients, pop-up shops around different Christmas markets, getting them more exposure from face-to-face and growing from their e-commerce and more of a face-to-face. So it's kind of a mixed bags. We love it, really. Everyone's different, creates different challenges. But yeah, that's us, really.
Yeah. It sounds like you've got a real mixed bag of different activities and stuff. So yeah,
enough to keep you going anyway, guys.
It definitely keeps it interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
All these different email tabs I've opened, it's hard.
Yeah. Oh, right, great stuff. Lovely. I think my first question is, were you together as a couple before you became business partners?
No, the answer to that is yes, we were, and the second answer really is I needed some cheap labour, so I got Fay involved.
Tell us the real reason.
The real reason is I wanted to grow Let's Market, so I started it. Fay and I were together for 6-7 months beforehand, and I was always very impressed with what Fay can do and the amazing work she does operationally, and where my weaknesses are Fay's strengths. So I wanted to take the business to the next level, really, from just being on the phones and kind of almost telemarketing to more events and sales and really pushing out and helping businesses with stuff that I couldn't do alone. So we had a conversation how it would work and making sure we had that line from professionalism to work-life balance sorted. Yeah. We thought we could make it work. We'd give it a few months and just eased it in, and it kind of
see how it
went from there. Now I think if Fay's the boss, really, if I'm being honest with you. I couldn't do it without you, could I?
So we started working together, didn't we? Kind of February time.
February, yeah.
I was kind of helping Simon kind of behind the scenes when I wasn't working my previous role, and then it kind of went from strength to strength. Simon had quite a few clients on, so I could work alongside him, finish where I was working, and here we are now.
We had this opportunity with a big client, and it was just like this was the next step, and I couldn't think of anything better than anyone more I could trust than than Fay. So
Yeah.
So Fay, my question is then, when you decided to work with Simon, was it a big decision leaving your current, the role that you had, and was it a risk? Did you have any sleepless nights, or do you think, nah, I'm just going to go for this? It's going to be
No,
brilliant.
I think to be honest, I'd say I'm the more sensible, and Sam's the more risk. He likes taking risks.
anyone knows me will
So we
second
kind of balance each other out. But no, because I know obviously we're partners, and I trust him, and it was working well. When I was helping him on my days off, and I could see how I could add value to what Simon was already doing. So no, not really, and it's exciting. I'd never worked as a partnership or self-employed before, so it was totally different. But I feel quite privileged that we're able to do it. It's hard work, but it's worth it. You're working for yourself at the end of the day, so it's really, really rewarding. You can see how much you are adding value to other people's companies as well. So our clients we get to know really well, and build up really strong relationships with them, and you can see how we are benefiting them. So like increasing the amount of customers, and we were in Knaresborough this weekend for the Christmas market. We put that together, so we applied for it, and we were there sort of helping. It was nice to be there. It just
very good weekend for the business as well. So
Was it? Yeah, good.
Not only the business itself, we saw it as a networking opportunity. So we've connected him with other businesses where his business can go in a different direction as well. So it was very good. Very good, and that's down to Miss Richardson, really.
So to answer, I don't regret making the decision to work with Simon at all.
Oh,
that's good.
Good to
I
hear.
thought I'd check on that first, Simon, just before we come
I should have to end this podcast early.
So you two, do you have a shared vision for the business, or is it more led by Simon because it was his business originally? How does it work?
Definitely shared, because the reason I got Fay in is because I couldn't move forward without Fay. So she's adding as much, or I'd say even more value at this moment with the things that we've got going within the business. So it's shared, and every decision we make now, it's gone from maybe 6 months ago. Clients were probably looking at it as 70-30, as in 70 my thing, 30 Fay, and now they see us as complete and utter partners and equal. And Fay will run some projects, I will run the others, and they know that Fay's their project manager. So it's very much would you say a shared vision? Definitely. What we're doing.
Definitely, I would as well.
We've got some plans for 22 that we're putting together at the moment, and it's definitely a shared vision and an exciting time as well.
Yeah.
And what is the overall vision? We've touched upon the vision there, but where do you see Let's Marketing in, 10 years' time? Are you wanting to be a huge organisation with 20 staff, or is it more of just a lifestyle business where you can just work together and just earn a good living and be comfortable? What is your ultimate ambition for the business?
We are very ambitious, and I want to always try to be. I say we now, but my philosophy is always trying to be the best. I want to be the best. What I can do, will I make it? I don't know. So growing and growing and growing, but kind of going. We're going to be looking at. We're talking to some big organisations about moving forward. So that kind of doesn't take you up the step, because every client is important. And every client is unique in their own way. But you start to work with people that have 10 staff, and now looking at people that have 50 staff, and then you move into more of a corporate scene. So domination is on the I'll take over the world. Yeah, that is.
And I'm sure you will. I'm absolutely sure you will. Do you feel that you push each other in the business?
Yes, I'd say so. Yes, because we're relying on each other. At the end of the day, it's us two. So there's no room for.
Yeah, there'll be times when my strengths are out speaking to people and being in front of people. Fay's strengths are that as well, but also the kind of the office days. And if I'm being honest, I'm dyslexic, so I struggle a little bit with those days, and sometimes I can get down on myself, struggling to get the admin side done. And Fay definitely motivates me through that, and she's helped me no end on that as well. So I'd say she definitely motivates me.
Yeah, and likewise with Simon, because it's
intense.
It's quite intense, but in a good way. You have to be for what you do. But everyone has. It's hard, as I said. It's hard work. Sometimes you have days when you're up and down, aren't you? So he stands by me and pushes me forward as well. So yeah, we help each other, support each other, don't we, with whatever we need to.
Yeah.
And you mentioned we've already touched upon sort of the roles in the business. Was that a definite decision originally? Like, Simon, you say, I'm going to do sales, whatever sales, and Fay, you can do. Did you divide the tasks up, or are there any where you split and share what you do, like the marketing side of things? What is it? How do you work that? And who decided the roles?
So I think it kind of developed naturally, really, because obviously with Simon setting it up himself, ultimately he was doing sales, business development, and it was in lockdown, so it wasn't face to face, it was online, over the phone. And then when I came on board, it kind of naturally, because I was helping sort of not full time, kind of part time, with all the bits behind, it kind of naturally did that. And I'm very organised with what I do, and I like that style of things. So it plays to my strengths, and obviously with what Simon does, it plays to his strengths.
Yeah, I think there was one point because of lockdown, the one in January to March. I had quite a decent catalogue of clients, but it was all telemarketing because of we couldn't go out, and I needed Fay to help me steer me away from that, because as much as that's got its place, and as much as people do that, are very talented and good, I didn't want to be a telemarketing campaign. I felt I had more, and that's Fay helped me. Fay's skill set automatically think, right, we've almost got like a sales and operations here, and we can steer it more towards the clients we want to work with, to the amazing clients we work with now. Doing the things we're doing. So yeah, it kind of organically
developed.
Yeah.
We didn't need to talk about it. It was just almost obvious what we both can bring.
Yeah. I mean, and I know you said you weren't together as a couple that long before you went into business, but do you think this has kind of accelerated the relationship?
Has it strengthened the relationship?
Has it strengthened it? Has it changed it? Has it?
Yeah, I'd say a few factors. Lockdown definitely accelerated it. It just happened that we'd been together 6 months. It felt like 6 years because you're together all the time. So that felt like not in a bad way, but that felt like a logical time to ask someone to work with me. In my head, it was 6 years.
I think definitely. Obviously, everyone's the last 2 years has been a bit of a different one for everyone, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But we were very lucky to obviously be and had to make that decision, and I'd say it's definitely accelerated the relationship, but in a very good way, and working together, I think, strengthened that as well.
I think if we had the same skill set, it would have been very difficult, because we would have been logging heads all the time. That could be spilt over. But because it's like we're working together, but we're working on two completely different things. So Fay's working on something now with one of our clients about all the operational and logistics side, and I'm working on something else. It's almost like we're working two different jobs within one job, so we're both doing different roles, and then we come in the middle and meet and talk like you would do at the end of the day anyway. So yes, it's good to work well.
Do you find that you talk about work in your downtime?
I was just gonna say that we try and separate it, don't we? But obviously we come up with a lot of ideas a lot of the time, don't we?
Yeah.
Because we care and we're passionate about what we do.
We can't
like
switch.
Our clients.
We switch off, but we also we could be sat in the cafe, and I think I've got an idea, and she'd be like, "What?" And it'd be in the middle of a conversation.
So that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
So we're always thinking, aren't we?
Yeah. Always thinking, but we do switch off
and make time. I know it sounds a bit strange, because we're obviously live together and work together, but make time for us as a couple.
We're going ice skating today, so good job this wasn't later on, because I might be in the A&E with a broken leg.
Last time I went ice skating, I cracked my rib, so just
go steady.
Just try not to fall.
Right. Okay, we'll try not to do
that. You're gonna have one of them little penguin things that you walk around with.
Yes. That'll be cute.
So I think that's key. I think having some quality time away from the office or work, I think you have to have that, don't you? Maybe not.
I might come up with an idea when I'm ice skating on that penguin later today. You never know. What about this, Fay?
So who keeps their eye on the finances?
Definitely Fay.
Yeah. I've taken.
She's fine. She's chief financier.
Yes, I've learnt to look after the finances.
She's got more spreadsheets than the London Stock Exchange. Honestly, she's got.
Yeah, so that I think that's because of my kind of organisational operational
I'm happy with that.
background. I tend to.
So Fay looks after the invoicing, the contractual side of stuff. So when we take on board a client, there's an agreement in place from both parties, and getting the signed signatures and the invoicing, the receipts, and the accountancy side.
Yeah,
you do. You are
You know
aware.
what's going on. I'm aware. I don't just sit there, just go, what's going on? Can we go out for eat? Can I have some pocket money?
So what's the best thing about working together then, guys? What's the best thing about being in business together?
Creating and doing something with someone that I love,
Oh,
who is
that's
also
nice.
my best friend, as cheesy as that sounds. Normally when I come home from doing stuff, I want to I'll tell her straight away, but I don't need to because she's with me. So I'm doing these amazing things. We're doing these amazing things, going around the country. Like we're in London this week with work, and I get to share it with my best mate. So that's probably the.
I'd say the same. I was going to say it's so nice to work with my best friend because it makes it fun. So we're getting a bit cheesy, aren't we?
Oh, look, yeah, make sure this isn't in there. I'll get some of my mates will give me a bit of a stick.
But yeah, it makes it easier, and obviously it's just it makes it fun, doesn't it, when we're working together? And yeah, like we can share experiences, and we understand. It's easier because we're there. We understand each other better, I think.
And she also makes sure I get on the train at the right time and get off it. I just follow what she does. She puts those skinny reins on me and just drags me off.
I don't do that. I definitely do.
So, okay, that was an easy question, guys. So the next one, what's the worst thing about being in business together, do you think? If there is one, there might not be.
Whoa. It's quite a tough question, and it's going to sound bad, but at this moment, ask me right at this moment in time, nothing at this moment in time.
Well, that's fine. That's a good answer. No, just a question. You don't have to find anything, guys.
No, we're not trying to catch you out.
No, you trying to...
Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. Let me try another one then. Let me try another one on you this time, and I'll come to each of you on this one.
Oh, go on.
I'll start with you, ladies first.
Okay.
Fay, ladies first. So, Fay, what is Simon's most annoying habit at work?
I mean, he's probably said the same thing about me. He's very loud on the phone, and he won't say this. He walks around constantly. He doesn't like sitting at a desk. So when he's on the phone, he wanders and wanders and wanders. So if we're meant to be on a phone call together, I have to just be like, Simon, what are you doing? Where are you going? And I just have to follow him because he's got all the phone.
Yeah, that sounds pretty annoying. That sounds pretty annoying.
Yeah, it sounds fairly annoying, that one. And for you, Sam?
Well, honestly, I don't know what Fay's talking about. Maybe not the wondering, but she's very loud on the phone. If you remember that thing in the 90s going, hello, I'm in a cinema.
Oh,
you know, who's got that massive... That's
Dom Jolly.
Dom Jolly, yeah. So that's Fay. And secondly, she's looking at me funny here. I'd just say, yeah, so when I'm like doing stuff, I know it's important, but if I'm writing something and she's just pulling it apart with all grammar and stuff, and I know it needs changing, but she's sometimes a bit condescending with it. So it's the grammar police. No, and I'll be really proud of a post I'm about to put out.
She's only doing it to help.
Yeah, she's got your back, basically.
I do it nicely though. I do it nicely. I just say,
but that's part of the frustration because I'm dyslexic, so I get frustrated.
Yeah, so that's not too bad then, guys. They aren't really too annoying habits. Sorry, guys, that's that. I'm not trying to ruin your relationship here, guys, by the way. Don't you falling out.
Feel like Martin has disbanded after this podcast.
So, what's one of the biggest highs you've had then since working together? Have you had like a standout moment that's like, wow, that was brilliant?
I'd say this week we're working with the BBC, doing something with them. So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
The Country File, and I think
there's been quite a few things. I think so.
Festival.
Yeah, So we organised a festival 300 miles away without ever seeing the site.
With 3 weeks' notice from the client.
We've hardly any budget and managed to
turn it around successfully. Managed to get bands to play for free because it was a charity. We managed to get food vendors. Well, Fay managed to organise all the logistics, volunteers,
council permits with about a week's notice.
We managed to get over what we expected people in there. We got some bars in there, so eateries in there, camping over two nights camping as well. So that was, and Fay did that in between having COVID as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
ill for the middle of that. And then working with a particular client, we returned in 3 months' time. Yeah, we doubled his client base. We took a database from 150 to 5,000, and his business now is grown tenfold. So that's a really proud moment on a short project we worked on. But yeah, what we did there is probably doesn't sound the most glamorous, but it was very, very proud, because there was a lot of hard work. And Fay onboarded, managed to apply for Kickstart, didn't you?
Yeah, the government Kickstart scheme for them.
She successfully got them 10 free employees, and she did the tender for that. So yeah, that was hard work.
Sounds like there's some good highs there then. Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you agree on everything?
Definitely not.
No, we don't. We have opposite views, don't we? But then we talk about it, and
there's no such thing as a bad. As long as it's a healthy debate, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you come to understand each other, we'll come to the middle ground.
Yeah. So we've got quite different ways, haven't we? So so Simon's very, very creative and comes up with a lot of ideas, and then I'll kind of take a step back and think about them.
We find quite a few couples like that, aren't
Yeah,
we?
you're not alone. There are a lot of couples who we've sort of had on the show, haven't they? They've said similar sort of things. There always seems to be one who's the ideas person,
and the other kind of reins them in a little bit.
Yeah.
Just hang on, let's think about this.
I suppose that chemistry, that whatever it is, that it works well, doesn't it? Having two people who aren't exactly the same. Like Simon said, it wouldn't work, would it? If
Well, batteries. I always say the same. Batteries. They're both plus, both negative. They don't work, do they? So they have to be the opposite.
Yeah.
What an analogy.
We'll keep that in. We'll keep that in, Simon. So, question: if you could do it all again, would you? Would you change anything? If you could step back in time, would you change anything? This is me asking the question, not the cat, because I'm sure you can see the cat.
I think he wants to.
Yeah, I know.
It's got lovely eyes, the cat.
Yes.
It looks like you are the cat, Ian. At the moment. Would you do it all over again? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Would you change anything?
Don't know. I don't think I would, to be honest, because as we've gone along, we've learned.
Yeah. I would never change the mistakes I've made or we've made. And we have made some silly mistakes in the beginning, and we still will make mistakes. But you can't learn unless you make mistakes, really.
Yeah. So I wouldn't change it, because from that we've in the last year I've learned so much from working for ourselves. No, I wouldn't change anything, because it's been great.
And what do you think allows you to work together so well? Then what is it? Is it like a good chemistry, a good mix? What is it that makes you work so well together as a couple? I know you have different roles, but is there anything else in there you think that?
What makes us work well together? That's the question. I don't really know. I know we've touched on the roles, but I think it's because of the roles. If Fay was sales orientated like I am, I just don't think we'd be even having this conversation with you two now. I think it just wouldn't work, and then Fay might be, it just wouldn't work. So that's what now I know. I'm going to get up and now I'm going to concentrate what I'm doing, and we almost brief and debrief. We debrief and brief each other at the start of the day, who's doing what, what's doing, so we're in communication, and we just go off and do it. And that it's almost effectively working for yourself, but working together, because we're working on completely different things.
Yeah, I think the chemistry helps as well.
Yeah, we get on. We get on. We
we won't be together.
Obviously.
And obviously, because we're partners, we can be honest with each other as well. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot in terms of when you work in a company, sometimes you can't be brutally honest as you would be. As we are.
And trust me, Fay is brutally honest.
But I'd rather be that than not say.
Yeah, it's good. It's transparent. You say to the key to success is transparency, communication, and teamwork. And I think we've got that because of, I think being in a relationship helps that, because Fay can put me straight back in my box and I'll just get on with it. And we're transparent. And because we're always talking about what's going on, I know what's going on with so-and-so, and so does Fay.
Yeah.
It just creates a very healthy, transparent.
Have you got any advice that you give someone who's thinking of going into business with a partner?
My advice would be, what do each of them bring? What are the skill sets? From our experience? I don't know about yourself, you two, but yeah, make sure that you both can add something different which can kind of span around the bit, just go from one line to the other. We're very lucky, and that's my advice.
Yeah.
Make sure you both can bring something different, otherwise you might be just going down the same path and banging heads.
Yeah. And I'd say just think about it beforehand, and make sure you have a work-life balance.
Yeah.
As well, and make sure you, like I said before, like make sure you have time for each other if you're going to go into business together.
And set times. So we try to keep to, it's not bang on, but we try and have a lunch break every day. When you're working, you can easily, you'll know yourself, you can easily get up at 9 and it can be 6 and you felt like you've gone off and you've had a coffee, you've not really done anything. So we try and set boundaries, like we finish work, and once we finish, we close the office door, and that's it. Even though the office is in the house, it's a dedicated office within the house, and that's it. That's kind of, it helps you shut out work. Then you're just in the house then, and have set times at lunch and time for yourself.
Yeah, and I guess until you start working together, you're not really gonna know, are you?
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, I'd say go for it and see how it's
nothing better than.
And if people need to get in touch with you guys or want to get in touch and find out more about your services and what you do, what's the best way to contact you or get in touch with you?
So you can see our social media. So LinkedIn. So we're on LinkedIn, Instagram. So it's Let's Market on Instagram. Obviously, you can contact me directly. Simon.williams@letsmarket.org is my email. So then you've got Let's Market. You'll find Let's Market 2021 on Instagram. And then our LinkedIn, Simon Williams, Fay Richardson. And then we've got our group, Let's Market. We'll be having a website coming very soon.
Yeah, first of all, it's really been really good chatting to you both. And
thanks,
it
guys.
sounds like you've got a fabulous relationship as well as a fabulous business. So thank you for joining us today.
And every success for you as well, guys. And it's been really nice talking to you both.
You too. Thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.
And what knowledge share do we have for this week, Tracy?
Well, we've got another good one, which is a free online file converter. It's online-convert.com. We'll of course put the details in the show notes for this. But basically, it's where you can convert media files online from one format to another. So really simple.
Yeah, so really useful as well. Use that quite a lot. It's good. Well worth having a look at.
And it's free.
Which is always good. We love free.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost at the end of this week's show, but before we go, we'd like to invite you along to one of our online networking events where you can meet some great business owners. The link is in the show notes.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on In Business Talks 2. We hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, all that we ask is that you simply tell a friend about the show. And please follow or subscribe so that you never miss an episode. We'd really appreciate it. Anyway,
check out our books as well. We've got 3 books out there that are available now on Amazon. We've got our latest book, which is Notably Networking, which is a book which helps you to keep all your one-to-one notes. So any meetings that you have, put all your notes in there. Keep a record of them all so you never miss any details. We've also got 52 tips to help you improve your networking skills. And this is a great book. It's got lots of little tips in there to help you with your networking. And lastly, we've got our 90 Days to Your Success book. A nice book there that helps you to plan your goals for the next 90 days, write them down, make a note of them, keep a record of them, and just keep on track with your goals. Well worth it.
Great one, that one. So until next time, this is Ian and Tracy, and together we are in business. Goodbye.